Chucky, the complete collection, is something that I wasn't going to watch all the movies. This is a 6-disc set, 6 movies, from Child's Play to Curse of Chucky. And I wasn't going to watch them all. I just wanted to watch the first 3, but I ended up watching all of them anyway, simply because, you know, they're intriguing. Child's Play is a fun movie. When I watched it a while ago, it was just, you know, a fun little slasher. And let's get into the others. Child's Play 2 has the same child actor. It takes place immediately after the events of the first film. The mother is now in a psychiatric institution, and the young boy goes into foster care. Now, the most amazing thing about this movie is that it is boring for about 80% of the film. And then that finale takes place in a toy factory. You can tell that the movie's entire budget was done for that final sequence. There's this sequence in which Chucky's trying to get the kid's body in a factory, and they go to this dangerous part of the back where everything's, you know, like a conveyor belt, the production line, everything's trying to kill everything. Also, I like the babysitter character. So Child's Play 2, definitely a worthy film worth watching. I'm not going to rate any of these movies. I'm just going to rate them as worth watching or not. Child's Play 2 is definitely a lot of campy fun. The Child's Play 3, this movie was bad. Let's just face it. Andy is now in military school for some reason, probably because, you know, the discipline stuff. Chucky's still after this kid, but he's too old, so he goes after another kid. There's some war games and stuff, bullies, you know, half-ass shit. I don't really care about all that. And the movie, it was really over the top with the war games aspect. It doesn't feel like a slasher anymore. And then they have an over-the-top climax in a carnival, in like a roller coaster type scenario. It just too much action, too many guns. You know, you add too many guns to a slasher movie, and it ends up being less fun. That's just the way I feel. So Child's Play 3 was shit. Let's just face it. Bride of Chucky was definitely a nice change of pace. It adds a little element of black humor, like the Martha Stewart line. I actually really enjoyed this one. The introduction of a new character, Tiffany, adds a nice sort of foil for Chucky. And the movie, definitely unpredictable. Weird ending, but a lot of fun. Sort of reboots the series a little bit, which I liked. The next film is Seed of Chucky. I did not like this one. This one was really weird. Basically, at the events of Bride of Chucky, a young puppet baby is born, and he is found by a cemetery, used as a puppet show. But he's scared. He's a little boy or girl, and he sees his parents being used as a puppetry for a new slasher movie. So he escapes from his cruel master, gets to his parents, and is shocked to find that they are deranged killers. So Tiffany tries to quit killing. Meanwhile, there's this weird subplot of Jennifer Tilly trying to sleep with the director to get into his movie, and that didn't work, for one thing. It was really weird. Why would they have Jennifer Tilly all pregnant if they already have a kid? And the movie is just really weird. I didn't really like Seed of Chucky. Kung fu puppetry, just weird. Curse of Chucky is the last film of this collection. It's the first direct-to-video, it's the first direct-to-video movie. It's written and directed by Don Mancini, but I turned it off after the first half hour. The movie's just too slow. They're going back for a psychological thriller type movie, but too slow. The main actress is pretty good. Fiona Dourif is fine. It's just the movie's way too slow. Half an hour in, and the kills are going to be like all this off-screen kind of stuff, and I was just like, no, I'm not into that. So I didn't finish the collection. Technically, I didn't watch all of Curse of Chucky, but this collection, you know, has a lot of value if you're a fan of Chucky. The first 2 movies and Bride of Chucky are okay, and the rest are, you know, hit or miss. You can watch them or not. But that's my review of the Chucky film collection. Child's Play 2019 is the reboot of Child's Play. This time around, Chucky is not possessed by the soul of a serial killer. Instead, Chucky is a buddy technological marvel. He's a toy that basically can connect with all Kazlan products. Kazlan's like a big Apple or Google-like company that allows everything interconnected. So in this movie, the beginning has a person daydreaming on the assembly line, and when he's fired, he decides to mess with the protocols for one of the dolls, and then that doll becomes haywire. And that is the plot of the new Child's Play. So there's a lot of things I liked about the movie. The acting is really good from all the characters. The acting is really good from the kid. Aubrey Plaza does a good job. Brian Tyree Henry. Mark Hamill is the voice of Chucky. But the movie just doesn't feel focused. It tries to have this sort of light, sort of dark humor and kill scenes, but the kill scenes are very over the top and like really out there, and the movie tries to go for like this neighborhood kids team up to take on, you know, Chucky, but they don't really fully flesh that out. They're just sort of there, and then they're gone, and then there's a really over-the-top finale. And I guess the movie didn't feel like a slasher for one thing, and definitely didn't try to capitalize on the themes of over-reliance of technology. You know, Chucky in this movie is almost omnipotent because he can control cars, he can control drones, he can control other toys. It just becomes too omnipotent by the end of the movie. So overall, Child's Play, it's really gory. It could have been a little bit more fun, I felt, though. A lot of the inconsistent tone just sort of like hurts the movie a lot because it's not that scary. It is gory, but it's not scary. And it tries to set up a sequel and everything. So overall, Child's Play 2019 isn't like awful, but it didn't really get me. So I give it a 5 out of 10.